Jon Stewart could barely keep a straight face listening to Jen Psaki give a delusional take on Joe Rogan, Theo Von, and what the left is currently doing wrong, laughing in her face and then shredding her for her analysis in this clip you're about to see. He didn't stop there, though. He also called out MSNBC's Rachel Maddow, and that is fitting given what Maddow tried to falsely accuse Elon Musk and the Trump administration of yesterday that has her in hot water for this false reporting. Jon Stewart's not the only Democrat laughing at Democrats right now, though. Even CNN is getting in on this too. Check this out. I'm Zach Costello.
You recommended, I was listening to your podcast last week, and you recommended Democrats should put up more of a fight and go down to these federal agencies, bang on the doors, demand access. Well, maybe they were listening. They did that. They've gone to USAID, the Department of Education. It hasn't had much of an impact. So what now?
Yeah, Dan, I was wrong because it looked more like a seniors home and a canceled Jell-O night. It just wasn't optically a good moment for us. In terms of what we should do is be more optimistic and
A senior's home on a canceled Jell-O night honestly hits the nail perfectly on the head. This is exactly what these protests look like, with them yelling and screaming and dancing and singing with each other. Like, it just looks so bad. And fuse that with the fact that they are just openly lying and getting found out for it is just crushing their favorability right now with the American people. Fox News' Jesse Waters caught MSNBC's Rachel Maddow in an ugly lie on MSNBC, and now receipts have come out after the fact. She could be in trouble for this. Watch.
Elon Musk has apparently somehow convinced the United States government, specifically the United States Department of State, that the taxpayers of the United States of America should spend $400 million buying, quote, armored Tesla production units. Isn't it great and definitely not at all illegal or profoundly corrupt? Definitely not ripping us all off to pay themselves, right?
Donald Trump didn't give that contract to Elon Musk. Joe Biden gave it to him.
Yeah, so you can see here that the procurement list was revised and the Tesla line item was last modified in December of 2024 when Joe Biden was the president. Important note at the bottom right there. Now her 1.7 million nightly viewers believe a false narrative. This makes sense, though. They are not able to interpret reality properly, which is exactly why Jon Stewart shreds every single one of them, especially Maddow and his guest, Jen Psaki, here.
And 4 hours of Joe Scarborough shouldn't be allowed in this country. and then, like, Rachel Maddow, like, it's schizophrenic at times. Like, yeah, I do think there should be some semblance of an idea that, look, they're kicking progressive ass right now. And if progressives don't organize their media, their think tanks and all that, it's going to continue to happen. It's chaos.
Well, I will say, broadly speaking, what I'm not going to say Democrats, I'm going to say people on the left do not do that the right does very well is support within the system each other. I'm serious. Like, and what I mean by this is this, right?
Yeah.
Theo Von appears on Joe Rogan's show, right? He promotes what Joe Rogan's doing, but they all promote all of the things each other are doing and what the elected officials, I guess, are doing too. And the left is a little bit more kind of discombobulated in terms of supporting the different entities on the left. There is not a left ecosystem that matches the right ecosystem.
But Ailes didn't do that either. It was the principle, the ideological principles, not the party. He and Murdoch the same way. They're promoting an ideological worldview, right? That they believe is correct. And Theo Von and Joe Rogan, I think, are different animals than any of this. Like, I wouldn't say I don't think they're part of any machine.
Don't you think they're but they are still in the right wing ecosystem? Wouldn't you agree?
No, I would think
No?
they're in. No, I would consider them in a more probably libertarian comedic complex. More along the lines of, and if you watch or listen to their shows, a lot of times it's just pure like goofing off.
Has nothing to do with politics, and oftentimes, but
almost entirely.
But they are supportive of the Trump enterprise, is what I mean. So maybe I'm loosely putting them in that category.
I think they are supportive, but not. They are not relentless in the Trump enterprise. Like, they are not Charlie Kirk. They are not Ben Shapiro. Like, they are very different animals. They are not invested in the shit that you get picked up and like go to the headlines of media. But on balance, that's not what their shows are about.
Jon Stewart had to check himself and get himself together laughing at this take. The left cannot wrap their heads around the fact that it is their entire ideology that is being rejected. It's not a matter of having your own media or having a Joe Rogan on the left. He was on the left, and your ideas, your vision, your prescriptions, your uninspiring, unable to communicate, senior home, Jello night leaders, and your obviously propagandized, bought, and paid for by the federal government, as we all know now, media, drove everyone away from you. Come back to reality, and maybe you'll have a chance to win again. I don't see that happening anytime soon, though. If you got value from this, guys, please subscribe to support this channel. God first, quick-hitting commentary to keep you informed, in the truth, and on the path toward your potential in this life. I appreciate you.